Consideration is one of the best qualities you can have in your life as a human being. It's one of the best qualities you can have in your life in a relationship, being a considerate person. That's it. If you're a considerate person, it will change your life. A lot of people don't know what it means to be considerate. When you meet a considerate person, it's the most refreshing thing in the world. Because when they're considerate, they're doing thinking for you that you didn't have to do. Thinking for you that you would normally do. Thinking for you that maybe you wouldn't have even done for yourself. And when there's two people that are being considerate, that's what makes you an amazing team. A lot of people in this world are not considerate. And that's what messes up so much relationships. So many people are after things for themselves. Let me give you an example of what consideration looks like. Consideration looks like when you get in a car and you have something in the seat, does the person grab it for you? Do they grab it, help you move it out of the way? One thing I notice about being a considerate person is that when you meet someone else that's considerate, it's like your consideration competes with each other. It's like you find yourself doing things for each other that maybe you normally wouldn't do, but because you know that this person's such a considerate person or they're thinking about you, you begin to start thinking about them as well. That's if you're a considerate person. Some people are just really selfish. I think most people are selfish, and because they're selfish, they just begin to just keep on receiving, receiving, receiving. Consideration can take many forms. It doesn't have to be only in romantic relationships. Just say in friendship relationships. Like one of my best friends, my brother, I stayed with him for 2, 3 weeks. And when I stayed with him for 2, 3 weeks, uh, he had clothes or laundry. I would fold his clothes for him. You know, I would wash the dishes whenever I could. I was making sure I was cleaning up. Why? Consideration. Because now, if I ever want to go there, it's always open. Because why? I was being considerate. I was thinking about him. And that's really important to have a culture of consideration. That's it. And so much people in this world are not considerate. Look at people that are married, right? So I get it. When people are in relationships, they be doing it up. They be trying to figure out what's going on. But when you're talking about marriage, consideration will stop you from making mistakes with other people. Consideration will stop you from doing things with other people when you're considering another person. And yes, every relationship has its own things, and you have your own conversations. If you allow yourself to be considerate, I promise you, it will change your relationship. If you meet a woman that's considerate, bro, it's the most refreshing thing ever. She'll just do so many things for you that you don't even think about or that you don't want to do, or that that will make your existence easier. But also, as a man, I think you should lead with consideration as well. When you lead with consideration, I do think that it brings out the best in another person. And if that person is not considerate, then you leave. You leave, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be considerate to other people. You just continue to be considerate, continue to be a considerate person. And right now, I just been pondering upon this because this is, I think over the years, I've allowed myself to become more and more considerate. And I realize that this is the most important thing a person can be, is to be considerate, especially in relationships. If you are a considerate person, you are going to think about the other person constantly. How many times a day? So many people are in relationships, they're in marriages, they don't like the person that they're with. But that is crazy to me. Like I'm the type of person that it doesn't matter. I don't care if I'm with you for 10 years. If you don't respect me no more, I'm gone. I'm not going to stay around. It doesn't matter. And people will stay with each other that they don't like. They'll stay with someone that doesn't respect them or appreciate them. Appreciation is another thing that you need to couple that with consideration to be appreciative, because you could be a person that's very considerate to people, and that person is not appreciative. They're not considerate. And you know what it does? It drains you. It will drain you. And I think that happens with a lot of people. It drains them. It sucks out the good in them. And then what they do is they start saying people use them. They say people use them for this, people use them for that. Yet they don't realize that they're being themselves. When you're being considerate, you're actually being yourself. So someone's not using you for that. You're being yourself. They're experiencing you. And so you just have to be selective and be aware of who you're being overly considerate to, because you don't want to harden your heart against that person. Because it does happen. I see it happen with a lot of people. And you know who it is. Just talk to you, talk to the average woman. Ask her when they tell you about their day or they tell you about their experiences or things they're doing, you'll see how much consideration. Women notice a lot of that consideration. A lot of it. Um, Luckily I have friends around me that are considerate, but I would say that women tend to be considerate. They tend to be. And that's something that you want to pour into. So when you see or you meet a woman that's like considerate, you want to make sure that I appreciate that. Never stop saying you appreciate something. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Someone that doesn't say thank you, someone that doesn't say I appreciate it, someone that takes like, hey, you need to be doing this, get that person out of your life. You're not entitled to nothing. The worst thing in the world is a human being that is entitled. That they think that, hey, yeah, they deserve this. No, you don't. And it doesn't matter how much you work for it. At the end of the day, that consideration is a choice every day. And it's okay that that person makes that choice every day to be considerate to you. But just know that. Um, what else can I say about consideration? Because I don't want to make this video too long. But I'm making it authentic. Consideration goes, if you meet someone that's consideration and considers you, compare that to the time that you invest with them. If you meet someone that's very considerate of you, they're considerate of your time, they're considerate of being in your presence, of your things, those are people that you want to surround yourself with. There's people that are not considerate with your time, and then you're giving them your time. If you see that you're being considerate with someone, and it's okay, right? You're considerate with them. You just need to decide whether or not this is someone that you need to continue to keep in your life, honestly, because you don't want to lose consideration. And being around selfish people, being around people that are not considerate, will make you want to lose that kind of consideration for others. And we live in a world that has this right now. Everyone is talking about love yourself, love your this, love the this. And you look at them and you're like, man, these people are mad selfish, because they've been training themselves to be selfish. They've been telling themselves, maybe they've been hurt. They've been hurt by somebody. They've been disappointed. And because of that, they're like, oh, you know what? They turn all of that inward. But look at their life. I've seen so many people in relationships that they are not considerate of each other. You want to know so funny? You'll hang out with a shorty that's considerate, and it's almost like you know what she's gonna do. Like it's like you could read her mind. Why? Because you know she's considering. You know she's going to do something like that. And then you know what? When you're a person like that too, she's probably like that too. Like, okay, this dude's considerate. He's more than likely going to do this. He's more than likely going to do that. And I pay attention to all those things. And the best way for you to pay attention to it is by saying thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it. The more you say thank you, the more that you say you appreciate something, those are going to be the things that you are like considerate about. Yeah. Those are going to be the things that you're considerate about. Those are going to be the things that you value and appreciate, because never allow yourself to get comfortable. Like, people want their relationships or people to just be ready made, but there's certain things you got to build. We live like living in America, it's like Babylon, like everyone for themselves. Everyone has their own culture. And just because they look like you think you have the same culture. No, you don't. You don't know how that person grew up in. You don't know what type of ideologies that they subscribe to and everything. And then you're like, okay, this person needs to come like this in order to do that. Man, just stay away from people like that. You know, stay away from people like that. Be considerate. And if you want to increase in consideration, you can practice that for the week. Hey, anything that I do for you this week, any little thing that stands out, I want you to say please and thank you. And anything you do for me, I'm going to say please and thank you. Hey, let's be a little more considerate of each other this week. Let's do an experiment. Let's try it out. Let's look for every opportunity to be able to look out. I promise you, just do that for a week. You don't got to do it for years. Do it for a week. You do that for a week, you'll see how much it will change you both psychologically. And for you to even go back, it'll feel a little weird because you'll make those adjustments in just a week because you'll be thinking about the other person. That's all it takes for you to be considerate. Just doing that. So yeah, be considerate, be audacious. As a man, like I've helped so many women and I've talked to so many women, and they just talk about so many things. And if you were considerate, you would realize how much less problems you'd have with a woman if you're considerate, and vice versa with a guy. If you have a chick that's causing you problems, if you work on being considerate, you'd see. Parents, oh man, that'd be the worst. Everyone thinks that they have great parents. No, a lot of people didn't have great parents. A lot of people didn't. And even if their parents tried their best and all of that, you magnify and you're like, oh yeah, they do. And your parents didn't teach you consideration. They taught you selfishness. But that's its own topic in itself. So be considerate. That's the best quality you can have. If you allow yourself to be considerate, you will think about other people so much more. Be audacious.